What's up, everybody? Hope you all are having a great day. Getting into this episode of GH. I understand Dante, Anna, and Chase are trying to do their job and find out who shot Drew. Me personally, I wouldn't have given a damn. I would have gave them people a key to the city. Whoever shot that man, you get a key to the city and probably, a little check, for like 20-30K as a thank you from the city for, handling their trash. I'm just saying. Like, you would get a reward from me. But I get it. They got to do their job. They got to do it by the book. Even though I feel like, personally speaking, none of them should be on this case. Dante shouldn't. Chase shouldn't. Anna shouldn't. Because they all are somewhat connected to everybody who's a damn suspect in some form or fashion. You're connected. So, huge conflict of interest. That's why I said cases like this, they should have brought in Detective Bennett. He should have been investigating this from Jump Street. But they looking at their suspect list, trying to figure out who they think could have done it or who's the main chief suspect. They figure Sonny probably had nothing to do with this because this was obviously not a professional hit. So they're sure Sonny didn't do this. And plus Jason is out the country, so that's a no-go. They're looking at Tracy. But they don't really believe Tracy had anything to do with this. But Anna's convinced that if she didn't have anything to do with it, they're pretty sure she would cover up for somebody who did. Which is true. Tracy would. Like, if it was somebody Tracy really cared about, she would cover for them. Like Michael or somebody, she would cover. Then they're looking at Willow and Nina, because their little alibi is pretty shifty. It's shaky. So they're looking at the two of them. Alexis, of course, Michael, they're all chief suspects. So Anna wants to bring in Alexis and Michael first because she want to know where the hell they been. What's their alibi? So Michael needs to hurry up and talk to Miss Jacinda and see what her price is, because I'm pretty sure she got one. I'm pretty sure she do, because this heifer came to town talking about she broke, so I'm pretty sure you want to check. So just write her a little 10K check and call it a day, or give her some cash, because matter of fact, I wouldn't even write that chick a check, because that's evidence. I would just give her some cash. You can't trace cash, so here you go. Give you some money. And of course, Liz calls Anna to let her know Drew bitch ass is waking up. Whoever shot him had to be an amateur. Because how you shoot him twice and that bitch won't die? I don't get it. Like, must be a horrible shot. Like, shot him twice in the back and his punk ass is still... Lord. I mean, I would still get a person a reward, but you still need jail time for that. Because that was just horrible. Like, you could spend that little reward money on commissary. Because I would lock your ass up for being dumb. Just being totally dumb. If you're going to shoot a bitch, kill a bitch. Don't sit here and let them live. Especially one that everybody despised. I was hoping he would have just flatlined or something. Ruined my whole damn day. I said, this bastard is waking up. Ugh. Speaking of bastards, I'll get on that later. I ain't even gonna talk about that right now. But I ain't even gonna talk about that part. But this whole situation with Scout, I feel bad for that little girl. I feel real bad for her. She's so confused, don't know what the hell going on. But she is very sure that her father does not have her best interest at heart. And she know it. That little girl's smart. She know what her father doing is wrong, keeping her from her family. That's not even right. And I hate that Molly had to try to explain to her about this restraining order. Because now this little girl think her brother wants nothing to do with her, which is the furthest thing from the truth. Drew is an ass. Like, seriously, to do this to a child. To sit here and play these types of games, like, it's so sad to weaponize your own damn daughter just because, some people don't kiss your ass and don't agree with you and don't bow down and kiss the ring. So you want to punish your daughter? She deserves to be around her family. And it's sad that, she doesn't get to have that, all because he want to be a petty jackass. So it was sad, and then Alexis had to come and explain things to her because she didn't even want to go with Willow and Liz. She didn't want to stay with them. She wanted to go with her grandmother. Unfortunately, she can't. And it was sad that Alexis had to sit there and tell her that, like, I can't take you. But, she was like, we could video chat every day. but you just can't come with me right now. That was heartbreaking. I feel real bad for that girl. And despite everything Drew did, she still want to see her dad. Despite everything that animal did, his daughter still cared for him, even though she shouldn't. But she a child, so I give her a pass. Molly and Cody need to get their shit together because I'm over them already. Like, she's sitting here talking about, oh, you can only call me if there's an emergency, but other than that, we shouldn't speak. We shouldn't be around each other. I'm like, okay, Molly, play hard to get. Go ahead and play hard to get. You know that you want him. She'll be coming back because she can't get that man off her mind, but she want to play these little games. Girl, forgive him and just go be with him because it's quite clear that's what you want. So I don't know why we playing this little merry-go-round where y'all try to have this little angst just to end up together, because that's what you want. Be grown about it and just let that man know, because it's clear you want him and he wants you. So let it happen. But if I was Cody, at some point, you going to keep playing hard to get and you ain't going to get got. Because if I was Cody, keep it up. I'm only going to call you a couple more times to try to smooth things over with you. But you keep telling me you good and you don't want me, I'm going to move on. And then when you do want me, I might not take your ass back. Like, I'm just saying, I might not want you then. So you better take the offer now. Molly, don't play. See, when women play hard to get, they don't get got. You can't play too hard now. You're going to miss out. Get it together. So the Scooby-Doo gang over here trying to figure out ways to keep Rick trapped without anybody getting suspicious. They keep drugging that man, drugging the shit out of him. Every time you turn around, they keep saying, oh, I gave him another dose. I'm like, well, damn, how many doses you get at, brother? You're like, what the fuck? You trying to off him? Like, every time you turn around, they talking about they drugging him. Like, they about to overdose that man. So they trying to come up with ways to, keep his clients and his staff and everybody from finding out what's going on, or sending out a search party, basically, by crafting this little email, letting everybody know he going on a detox or whatever, like some type of technology detox or phone detox, whatever, device detox, whatever they want to call it. So he's going to basically be incommunicado for a while because Molly has been trying to get a hold of him and can't. So at some point, even she going to get suspicious. But of course, Alexis is approving, them moving forward with this plan. I hate that for Alexis because with everything going on, when Molly find out this, and I have a feeling she going to find out, at some point she going to find out, and it's going to strain her relationship with her mother even further, because Molly already had issues before when she felt like Alexis puts Christina over her. So how Alexis think Molly gonna feel now? Because it does still feel like you're putting her over her, like you're doing this to her father. And I bet you Molly gonna be like, you ain't never did this type of shit to Sonny. You ain't did this to her daddy, but you gonna do this to mine. Don't get me wrong, Rick deserved whatever he get because he been a damn jackass since day one. You know what I'm saying? I don't really feel too bad for Rick, but damn, like this is just gonna cause so much more turmoil between all of them. Because their relationship was already fractured. Like, it took, a good little while for them to get to this stage, where her and Christina are in the same room together, at least being civil and talking, trying to work it out. All that progress is gonna be dashed when she find all this out. So now they got one little problem they gotta fix: Willow. Because Willow's going to be hounding Rick to, up her custody hearing. So now Ava trying to figure out a way to shut that down. Because she was like, well, I guess I could, kill two birds with one stone. So now Ava got to fix this mess. I don't know how long they think this going to last. Like, how long you think you're going to keep that man in the basement doped up? How long? Like, I do remember they said that they were waiting a month for that bond that he put the money in to mature. I don't know if they got a month. I mean, if they could last that long, more power to them, but I don't know. I'm like, yeah, good luck with that one. Cause I just don't see it. I'm like, I don't see how y'all gonna do it. So anyway, moving on from that. So we got new little Charlotte. I like the actress that played her, the new one. I like both of them. The old one, the new one, they, pretty solid work. I ain't even that mad at Charlotte for doing what she did, because after hearing her, I totally get where Charlotte is coming from. I totally get it. She knows how it is to be separated from your parents or to be separated from loved ones. She knows how that feels. She didn't want Scout to go through that. So I ain't mad at her for driving Scout to the Quartermaines, to be amongst her family. I am not mad at it. But I ain't totally mad at what Lulu said to her either, because what Lulu said was some truth too. I feel like Charlotte has been thrown into adult situations, not only because of her father, but because of her grandfather and his manipulations. She had to grow up pretty fast because of what she was going through at the time. So now she still feels like she has to make adult decisions. And Lulu is letting her know, you need to go back to being a child. You're still a teenager. You know what I'm saying? You got your family. I'm back now. You got your grandmother. You got your family here. You don't have to carry everything yourself anymore. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to keep making adult decisions. We're here. And I love how Lulu, let her know, like, listen, I know we ain't been seeing much of each other. I'm back. You know, we're going to figure out this whole mother-daughter situation, but you will face consequences for what you did, because what she did still was wrong, because you took this girl, you had everybody frantic, everybody was worried about her, you didn't call anyone to let anybody know what was going on, so you got to face the consequences for that. So she let her know you grounded for a month, you lose your car privileges. And I love how Charlotte took her punishment. She took it, and she was like, it was worth it for her to be grounded for a month and not have her car. She said what she did for Scott was worth it. And I love that. I love those scenes between her and Lulu. Lulu trying to step back into parenting mode with her. I love it. Cause I ain't mad at it, cause you still gotta get grounded for what you did now. Cause that was still messed up. You were still wrong. So I enjoyed their scenes. It was good to see Valentin. Jack is fuming right now. Everything with his whole operation is just going to hell in a handbasket. He don't know if Jocelyn and Vaughn are still even breathing. He knows absolutely nothing, so he's desperate. So of course he has to call on Valentin. And I love it. Valentin was like, bitch, I got leverage. He was like, because obviously if you had everything under control, you wouldn't be contacting me. So he was like, this is my list of demands. He was like, I need to be transferred to an American prison. Jack wants to sit here and try to play hardball, trying to lie, talking about he can't make that happen. Oh, I was demoted. I was this. I can't make that happen. Jack is full of shit. You could do all these little favors for Carly and call in all these favors, but you can't do something for Valentin. Like, I'm pretty sure you still got enough pull to make a phone call and get that man transferred. You definitely can. So they started talking about the whole Colette situation. And Valentin was dropping some truth bombs on Jack. He was like, yeah, Colette been a double agent since the moment I met her. He was like, she worked for Faison for well over a decade. I said, oh, well, slap me twice. So she was working for the Faison for over 10 years? Damn. Wow. Like, I knew she was dirty. I just didn't know how far back it went. So it went that far. Good God. So Valentin, Jack was being so damn stupid. For somebody so smart, he was acting so dumb, because he really think because Faison's dead, his organization died. And Valentin said, no. Valentin said his organization is alive and kicking. He said just because he died don't mean all of his contacts and people he knew, all his connections died. That's still intact, even with him being dead. He still got contacts and connections out there. People still running his businesses. He still got that. So, of course, Jack wants a name. Valentin said, I ain't giving you shit until you give me something. So Jack was like, all right, cool. He was like, you can see your daughter in person. That's the deal I'm making you. So Valentin was like, well, make that happen. I'll get you a name. Jack really tried to go in there and try to play hard ass, but he don't know who he playing hard ass with. Sir, you're dealing with a Cassadine. Don't. Come on now. Information ain't cheap. It is not cheap, sir. You're going to have to give up something significant for him to give you a name. And even then, I might give you some bullshit if I was Valentin. Nope. Get me transferred to a prison. Don't sit here and try to make me, try to play me out like you can't make that happen. Because Valentin ain't stupid. And he know damn well Jack can make that shit happen. Let me see. So anyway, moving on from that. Jason was in rare form today. He was kicking ass all over the place. He was shocked when Britt told him that Jocelyn was there and she WSB. Jason was like, what? His eyes was bugging the fuck out. He was like, listen, I ain't even got time to get into all this right now. I need to go save these two dumbasses. Britt got a fucking tracker or a monitor on her ankle that's rigged with a bomb. Like, the shit gonna explode if she take it off. I said, well, damn. You know that, please, that didn't phase Jason. Jason said I done diffused bombs before, so he was like, that ain't nothing new. He said I can handle that. So he was like, I got you when I come back or whatever. So apparently Pascal want to use Vaughn and Jocelyn for test subjects for Dalton's little cold fusion project or whatever. So he ain't gonna kill them just yet. But they were trying to flip that guard, let the guard know, hey, you help us out, we let you go, cut you a deal. Like, you get us out of here, we'll let you go. It might have worked, but until that other guard came back, it could have worked. They could have flipped that guard, because that's what you do. You listen, desperate times call for desperate measures. Luckily for them, Jason got up in there when he did and started kicking ass, and they had a chance to get that knife. Better be glad. Now, my thing is, what is Jason gonna do in terms of Carly? Because now that he knows that Jocelyn is WSB, what are you going to do with this information? See, that's the funny thing. Jason can tell Carly about it and not probably face any consequences, whereas Anna, she was going to be arrested for treason or whatever if she told Carly. So Jason can tell Carly, and he better. I mean, I'm just saying, like, the consequences for keeping that kind of secret, Carly gonna go off. Not only this man that she chose to trust and be in a relationship with has lied to her, but I don't think she can handle her best friend, a man that she's trusted for well over 20 years, lying to her about her child. I don't know if their friendship could recover from that. So Jason gonna have a dilemma in his hands. Like, are you gonna keep that secret or are you gonna tell it? Or he may tell Jocelyn, listen, I ain't gonna tell you a secret, but you gotta tell it. Like, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to explain this to your mother, because if you don't, I will. That's the ultimatum I would give, because you better open up your mouth and say something. She deserved to know. You out here getting yourself in all type of riffraff. Better tell your mom or something. So anyway, moving on from that. Pascal, this man done lost his ever-loving mind. He done had enough of Brit. Pascal was like, listen, we got to go to a new location since we were compromised. And he was like, well, your ass ain't coming with us. Because he said, I rigged that monitor on your ankle to explode within the hour. I said, well, good damn. She about to blow up into a confetti in an hour? I would be panicking like a motherfucker. I'm just saying, if that was me, the way I would have been panicking, I would have been kicking at me. I would have kicked his ass. Because if I'm going to die, I'm going to go out beating your ass is what I'm going to do. Shit, you don't put a bomb on me. Talking about I'm about to blow up. Well, guess what? I'm going to handcuff you to me. We about to go together. That's what we going to do. We going to ride out together. But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought. And I will see you all later. Peace.